Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. My boyfriend recorded us having live sex in front of my friends. My 23/F boyfriend is the jealous type for honestly no reason. He 24/M finds me very attractive and feels uncomfortable about me being perverted or openly sexual. Now usually yes, it's pretty toxic behavior and I should just leave him for being an insecure dumbass. But it was his only bad quality. I usually reassure him he's a dumbass because I never go out anyway. In fact, the last time I went outside was probably over 2 weeks ago and I'm pretty sure it was with him. The issue, however, is my friends that I regularly talk to on PlayStation basically. I've had these friends from PS4 days kinda close, but before I met my BF anyway. But after he bought me the PS5, he's kind of been around when I play games. I have female friends that I talk to a lot on PlayStation, but I do have a main group of guys that I usually play games with considering our taste. Well, my jealous boyfriend was so upset by how I talk to them, even if most of it is just joking banter. Half the time he'd be pissed over me just spending too much time with them, in which I try to explain, 1, it's a game. And 2, they are the only friends I talk to. I may let my boyfriend be a jealous dumbass, but I won't let anyone tell me they have to be my only friend. I thought he understood that part, considering he didn't press me about it anymore. But well, he had something worse planned for it, I guess. And TLDR past all the extra explaining of the situation. My boyfriend had the brilliant idea to record us having sex in the voice chat without me knowing. See, the PS5 controller is pretty bad. It's got a built-in microphone to the controller that turns on via the press of the button. I didn't even realize he set this up, as when I was playing he was being all flirty for the past few days. So I tell my friends I'll be right back and I stay in the voice chat after muting myself. My boyfriend, being the piece of shit he is, decided to turn the mic on secretly, and we pretty much had sex for a lengthy amount of time live for my friends. I don't know what they were saying or doing, but I was loud. He even went the whole 9 yards, which should have made me notice something was up. Usually all he wants is plain sex or head. But no, this time besides those two, he wanted to do all the other positions, especially doggy and eating me out, his 2 least favorite. So after all of that, instead of showering after, I got immediately back into the voice chat because of how long I felt I was gone, and it was the most embarrassing conversation I've ever had in my life. Some of them found it hilarious, some of them were disgusting, some of them didn't feel like speaking or left. It was just extremely awkward, and I haven't talked to some of them since this happened. Honestly, this may not be as big of a deal and we may forget it ever happened, but my about boyfriend, I honestly don't know what to do because I never thought he would do this. My first thought was to leave him, but honestly, right how I couldn't pay for this place alone. Also, somewhere deep inside I have the bad urge to question if I should break up with him over this. Yes, I know he betrayed my trust and I probably will hate him for a while, but to me, leaving someone after being with them for so long is a big deal. True TLDR, my boyfriend is a jealous dumbass, but the only friends/guys I talk to are on PlayStation of all things. The PS5 controller has a built-in mic that's just toggled by a button. So my boyfriend gets the horrible idea try to have sex when I'm in a voice chat with them, and he secretly unmuted me with the controller. When I get back to talking to them afterwards, they tell me they heard what I was doing, and yeah, I'm upset and embarrassed. I don't know how long my friends will remember this, but I'm contemplating on leaving my boyfriend. If I do, I'm pretty sure I can't afford this place alone. And I'm also second guessing myself about leaving him. For me, it's hard to leave someone after being with them for so long, 1 year 11 months. Here are some of the best comments from our community. What absolute dirty water trash, what the fuck did I just read, crying face, what a disgusting person. Does he even register how fucked up that is? He sounds delusional. In my opinion, that makes it even worse. He knew how bad it was and went ahead and did it anyway. Your boyfriend really is a piece of shit. He basically did the equivalent of a dog marking its territory. He treated you like you were a possession. In many states, what he did could be a crime. What about you? Don't you deserve better out of a partner? There is not one single thing about him in this post that makes him even remotely attractive. He's jealous, overbearing, manipulative, and honestly a complete jackass. Honey, do better for yourself. No, you deserve better than that. This is a very odd comment to me and shows how your priorities are possibly mixed up. Update. I appreciate all the advice everyone left and I've read every single one of them. I've also taken your advice and I've broken up with my boyfriend. I've contacted my family and I'm planning to leave as soon as I can to move in with them. My ex and I have also fully discussed this last night as well today. He seems pretty shocked by all of it as well as very apologetic. But after reading everyone's advice, I felt he's probably slowly planning or plotting something up while he can. So I took the initiative and invited one of my family members to come stay with us until I can leave soon. I also wholeheartedly agree that it's unsafe to stay with my ex, trust, or forgive him at this point. I did think highly of myself to the point I could shake off his jealous acts. But he's already found ways past that, and no, I do not want to be trapped by pregnancy or any other things he can do to trap me. I do apologize to some because I didn't press charges, but I might take some of your advice to tell him I did. Some also suggested I delete any naked pics or videos he might have, but I don't know exactly how I can get his phone now. I could still try though. I've also talked to most of my online friends. Some of them still aren't talking to me, and it seems my ex's plan did work to an extent. A few of them admitted to having a crush on me and this hurting them in ways they actually need a break from me. A select few of them also, like some of you said, took this as a way to make their move on me. They did try to give me their thoughts and input of the situation first, but I can tell they're trying to advance on me. Some of my friends even gave me a better idea of their side of the situation. I was going to answer this below considering it was a frequent question, but this is more an update as well. I didn't want to ask honestly any details because it was embarrassing that they heard. But some of them told me, some of them did mute, but they could hear the reactions or our other friends in the voice chat commenting on it or telling them they're still going, etc. I did talk to one of the main ones that was commenting on it. And they've apologized, saying they didn't know if this was on purpose or an accident, so they found it funny at the time. A lot of them didn't know what was happening because I initially said I was going to BRB, and soon after that happens. I do have female friends online too who's helped me as well and talked to some of our friends. It's still kind of an awkward or iffy feeling, however, but I'm trying to salvage what I can. TLDR, all the advice has helped me greatly, and I've decided to break up with my boyfriend as well as move in with family ASAP. I've talked to some of my online friends about what happened as well, which kind of helped that situation a little better, I hope. I didn't know there was a comment limit on the old post, so I apologize for the wait, but I'll try to respond to some of the main things I saw here. About isolating me from the world or me not leaving the house for 2 weeks without him. That was actually on me. I'm a homebody and I usually never go anywhere unless I have to. I was like this before I met my ex, so when we moved in together it was just more of me not really leaving the house. The only reason I did go out with him is because he wanted me to go with him to get out of the house. This is also, however, why he was so upset that I talked to my online friends so much, because they're technically the only people I really talk to. Which is worse, emo, and my whole point of why be jealous if you know I rarely leave the house. About accidentally unmuting or not muting at all on the PS5. I maybe would have thought this, but my boyfriend admitted he did this. It also kind of explains why he did extra when he usually doesn't like to. I also asked some of my friends this, but they said they weren't paying attention until it happened. I don't know if I can be kicked out or not, but I don't think they knew at the time if it was an accident or not. About the time and length of the relationship. I appreciate the advice on all of that, and I see some of you have been in a relationship longer than I've been alive, so I'll take note of this in the future. And try to think more on the side of what's wrong rather than how long. About not wanting to giving me oral. Like above, I say I'm pretty much a homebody, and on top of that I'm a gamer. So I sometimes go a day or few without bathing. Not saying I smell bad or anything, but my boyfriend doesn't like that and usually doesn't want to give me oral because of that. But again, emo, that's worse because he did do this just to humiliate me in front of my friends. About me saying I was perverted and openly sexual. This is true, but I wasn't actually flirting with my online friends. I mean this as in I'd make and laugh about sexual jokes or talk about perverted things with them. I wouldn't chart it up more than talking about random stuff with friends though. I feel like my ex just overreacted completely to it. Emo, there's a big difference between talking about perverted stuff and flirting. About me calling my ex insecure or a little bitch. A few people warned me about this and gave their stories, and I'm sorry that I said this. I meant this in a way that I can handle him, but I'm kind of doubting myself now. He's actually much bigger than me, and it's not like I can physically harm him if needed. I just kind of agreed with the fact that he's kind of like a man-child, like some were saying. Or rather, I wasn't afraid of him basically? But that's probably worse if start thinking I myself can handle him alone and he would have exploded one day. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.